Yo, what's good, people? It's Cactus, and we're back again with episode 17 of Cactus Convos. In today's episode, I've got another highly requested guest with me. He's a sick producer, YouTuber, artist, composer. He goes by Simon Servida. Simon, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come on the show.
No problem.
I wasn't joking then when I said highly requested, because a lot of people have been asking for this one, so I'm sure everyone's looking forward to hearing it.
Damn, I'm honored. All right, let's do it then.
Must be a popular guy.
No, not really.
Only like 500,000 subscribers. It's not too many, is it? Yeah.
Man, you're blowing up quick too, though. You said you started like how long ago?
I first started the channel just over a year ago. So yeah, maybe like 14 months. So
yeah, you're on good pace.
It's going quick, yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy, to be honest. I know you were similar when you started, right? You rocketed in like the first year. Did you get to 100K in the first year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks before the first year.
2 weeks before. That's crazy. Yeah. It's like solid figures, man. So you're based in Canada, right?
Yeah, Toronto.
Right. Yeah, that's my home city. I was born there.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell by the accent.
Yeah. You got Toronto accent for sure.
No, I was born there. I lived there till I was about 3 or 4. And then my mum moved me out of Toronto and brought me to a small town in England called Huddersfield. So I never forgave her for that. I ended up growing up in Huddersfield rather than Toronto.
How's the Huddersfield music scene?
Man, there's not much. There's not much. I'm living in Manchester right now. I've been in Manchester for about 10 years, so there's definitely a lot more of a scene in Manchester. But yeah, in Huddersfield, you get like a few underground artists, a few people doing it, but it's nothing like Toronto or Manchester, you know. Completely different. So I was actually supposed to be in Toronto this month, just visiting family, but because of everything that's been going on, man, like the flights just keep getting cancelled. I don't know like when I can fly out. So what are the rules like there right now? Are you guys in another
We're
lockdown?
still in lockdown. Yeah, we're not a third one.
Still?
Yeah,
Oh,
but like we're starting to get vaccinated now. So I got my first one, and then hopefully get my second one.
Oh, you've
like
had
end of the month
now?
or like early July, and then hopefully like it starts opening up. If you come to Toronto, we should link up though. Come to the studio.
100%. 100%. We'd make some fire, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, I don't know when I can get out because it was supposed to be at the end of this month, but flights have been cancelled. So yeah, I'll just have to see. But whenever I'm out there, like, yeah, man, 100%, that would be dope. So yeah, what have you been doing today? Have you had a busy schedule today or have you had anyone in the studio?
No, man, like I haven't gotten anyone in the studio ever yet because I got this thing February last year. Right. And the pandemic started in March. So from February to March, I was just like, soundproofing and just getting all like the panels and shit ready. And then in March, I'm just like ready to go. And then that shit just got locked down. I'm like, okay.
You just had to isolate in the studio the whole time.
Yeah, it's getting kind of boring. I'm so excited to bring people in here soon.
I bet, yeah. So when you got the studio, was that the plan? Were you looking to bring people in to record them or just collaborate? Or was it more of just, I just need my own space? Because you were at home before, weren't you, doing videos from
It was
home?
both. It was pretty much like 50-50. 50%, I can't work at home anymore. And 50%, let's get some people in. Because like the more I've started like getting into this stuff, there's a lot of people I want to work with, but I'm not bringing them to the basement. Are you insane? I still have a grandmother and stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it, when you're in your home? Like I'm in my house and I'm the same when I want to get people around. It's like it don't feel professional for one, and there's people in there. Like my dog might start barking, like anything could happen. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be the plan for me. I don't know when, but I think I do want my own studio space eventually. I bet it changed everything, didn't it? I bet it feels so more productive there.
It's so damn good. It just feels nice to have like your own little space.
Yeah, definitely.
That you have to go to. You like it's not like it's nice to go somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because sometimes when you're at home, you can work hard, but it's so easy to get distracted. You might go downstairs for a second and like, make some food, but you end up spending like a bit longer than you should. And I don't know. It's so easy to get distracted. But at least when you've got a separate space, it's like, right, work mode on, and then you don't really switch off until you're leaving. So yeah, definitely. But man, so first of all, I just want to congratulate you on all of your success recently, because you
Thank you.
500,000 subscribers, well, more than that. You got that big placement, which has hit 10 million views now. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy. And you dropped the course recently. So,
yeah.
Well, I know that was a while back, but yeah, you've got the course out now. So, man, it seems like you've got a lot going on. And
it's good, yeah.
Definitely. And looking through your YouTube channel, like I went back to the first videos, and I think the first one was maybe like 3 years ago. Am I right in saying that?
Mm-hmm. I started January 2018. Yeah.
January 2018, right. So some people might go on there and think, all right, he's been doing it for 3 years, but really there's a lot that's been going on before that, like everything that led up to you creating that YouTube channel. So for everyone that might not have heard the story, just tell them a little bit about how you even got into music and where the journey began, really.
First time I got into music was when I was 7, and my parents put me into piano lessons, just like as a thing, like extracurricular. Like I do taekwondo, and I'll do swimming, and I'll do piano. It's just like none of us, like no one in our family is just like musically anything. There's just they decided
so you could
to
have
just
had a
like,
martial arts channel, but you went with music instead.
I would have kicked some ass on that one. I think, so then it was just piano. And then we just took up piano. And then I was playing it for a little bit. It got kind of stale, just because they're just making us play classical music. So I ended up quitting after maybe a year or two. But I still kept going just because I realized, you can actually play like regular music on this thing.
Yeah. So did you not enjoy it at the time when you were a kid? Did you find the lessons boring? Because I feel like that a lot of musicians say that, like when they start off as kids, they don't really like it, but then they appreciate it so much when they get older. Was that your case?
Like I definitely didn't appreciate like classical music, but also just because you're a beginner, you're limited to what music you can play.
Yeah.
Like you have to do chopsticks, because like what else can these fingers do when you're 7 years old?
Yeah, of course.
So I was still doing piano for a while, and then I just started making beats around 14 years old. Yeah. And I think like the background of piano just kind of helped with melodies and compositions and stuff. Right. But so beat making just felt like a natural place to go from just my interest in music. Then after that, I went to university to do composition. So then we started to take music theory stuff a lot more seriously, not as much as the beat making stuff, just because I want to be a film composer. I still do, but just because I was going to university, and to kind of like ease my parents' mind, it would just kind of like relax them to be like, okay, I'm gonna be a film composer instead of I'm gonna be a YouTube beat maker.
Yeah,
like it just sounds more professional.
Or anyone that like no one believes you, do they? Everyone's like, yeah, right, get a real job.
Like I wanted to be like professional musician, but still like respectable, as if like and then after I graduated, it's tough finding like film jobs. So then I was like, you know what, let's get back into the beat making stuff. So before I actually started the YouTube channel, I was working part-time at my mom's engineering firm. And I had just so many extra hours there. So I think for at least a few months, I was just researching before I actually started the channel.
Yeah.
Just like seeing everybody in the space and how they move, like Cal Beats and Sharp and Pat Ryan and Curtis King. Just like seeing how they edit and how like, that beats like that, and like what keywords are they using, how they're doing the titles and thumbnails. So then once it was January, I just had so much ideas and shit ready, and I just kind of came out the gate like full on.
Can you remember the moment that you thought, you know what, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel? Like, were you just watching people like Kyle Beats before, and then you were just like, I want to do this? Like, can you remember the moment it clicked?
I do. It was because the part-time job at my mom's engineering firm was like, it was a temporary job. So while I was there, I was going to look for a new job. So the initial plan was to like find a studio in Toronto and maybe like get an internship or do like some in-house work. So the majority of my days there were like emailing, cold emailing, reaching out to people, and just nobody bit. And I was like, man, I have so much extra time to work on music, but like no one's giving me the opportunity. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do the YouTube channel so I can at least like keep myself occupied.
Yeah.
And then that's
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
the moment I realized, like, yeah, let's go for this.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like even watching your first videos, although like the editing's changed like a little bit, it's still it's kind of stayed consistent throughout the whole 3 years. Obviously, the editing's got
Yeah.
more advanced, and you know your whole work's been advanced, but you can see from the start it was the same kind of style. So, what made you kind of pick that style, like your whole style of videos now?
It's I enjoy watching those kind of styles, like just the way it's
Yeah.
edited. It's very YouTuber.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you like to find success, you have to play the music game, but also the YouTube game. And you know,
Right.
some people aren't like willing to, you know, post big caps lock thumbnails and do this in the picture, but that's the game. So I understood like how it works, and you know, you have to make it really quick because these young
Yeah.
kids aren't gonna, you know, spend their time just waiting for somebody to talk to like for 30 minutes with like rambles.
of course.
So you
yeah.
got to be quick, and you know it doesn't hurt to be entertaining. So I kind of hit that angle as well. But it's I took a lot of inspiration from like just YouTubers outside of the space, like from the
Right.
music space. Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. Because yeah, your videos are not like some even some of my videos. Sometimes it might be like quite in depth and are like, okay, this is how you make a kick hit hard, and you know you're just going through every little detail. But with yours, it's like you're educating people, but it's entertaining at the same time, and it's like fast paced as well. So
yeah,
with the way everyone's attention span is these days, everyone just wants like quick information, don't they? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
no doubt that it's no surprise that the channel's grown so much.
like if you ever watch a tutorial, like how do you, if you're like genuinely trying to learn something, how do you like
Yeah.
ingest it? Because if it was actually me, like if I need to learn how to edit something, I like mouse in hand, I'm just click through the timeline until I get the
Yeah,
information as
that's
quick
true.
as possible. I'm out of there. Give you a like, thanks for teaching me, but I'm out. Like I'm not watching the full 10 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
gone as soon as I get what I want.
That's true. Do you know what though? I did a video one time. It was like the start of the year. The start of 2021. I did a video. It was like I called it something like the ultimate UK drill tutorial for 2021, and I went through like every step. And when I was editing it, the video was like 45 minutes long or something crazy, and I was like,
Ooh.
oh man, I can't upload this. I wasn't gonna upload it, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll just do it because you never know. See what happens. I uploaded it, and I think that's one of my best performing videos right now. I think it's like I don't know how many views it's on, but it was strange to see that one perform better than some of like my short, quick ones. But I guess maybe some people are out there actually wanted to just learn, but then
Yeah,
it's a
like
tricky one.
Like the stuff I say is kind of like guidelines, but if you just have quality content, like 40 minutes of
Yeah.
quality content is so much better than 5 minutes of super fast paced content. So if like still at the end of the day, what you're putting out is the only thing that really matters.
Of course,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's probably why it works, because it's just super dope.
Yeah, I guess everyone has to find their own style as well, right? Like the way that you do your videos, not everyone has that personality. So if like for example, if I were to start acting like Simon Servida, then people might think, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I know that's not really him. So, you know what I mean? So I think it is about just kind of finding your own lane, isn't it? And just bringing your own, I don't know, just being yourself, I guess.
Yeah, it's I think it's easier to gain fans that way.
Yeah.
If like you're like kind of like creating a line between people who like you and don't, but
Right.
whoever does like you, they like you more for the person you are. And it kind of
Yeah.
just like, if they don't like you, they'll be gone forever. And then you're just left with like this little pocket of people who like really genuinely fuck with you.
Yeah, it's better to do it that way and have like people that really like you rather than trying to please everyone, because you can never
Yeah.
please everyone. So when you try to please everyone, it's like you're not getting people that really hate you, but you're not really getting people that love you. So you're not really getting those like hardcore dedicated fans, if you know what I mean.
The indifferent ones aren't gonna buy the drum kit. It's the
Yeah,
dedicated
exactly.
ones. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Because I find that people end up buying kits just to support you for who you are. Like a lot of people have messaged me in the past and it was just like, I don't even really need a drum kit, but I just wanted to show love. I appreciate all the videos that you're doing. So yeah, I just bought a kit. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're the kind of people that you want on board. They're the people that are going to support you to the max.
You know what makes me so happy? Have you ever gotten like people who reach out to you? They're not like a beat maker themselves, but they're closely related to one. Like, oh, it's going to be my boyfriend's birthday. Which kit should I get him? It's going to be my grandson's birthday. Which kit should I get him? Like, oh my God, you're like the best person ever. Like to support like that person in their little hobby and stuff. It's so cool.
It's crazy, isn't it? I've had a few similar ones to that. I had one recently. Someone's mum bought her son a beat. I don't know how she found I don't know if she watched my tutorials or she came across my other channel for beats, but yeah, she messaged me and she was saying that she wanted to buy her son a beat, but she didn't know what license to get. So I was just kind of talking her through it. But yeah, I mean, if you're a young kid getting into music and you don't really have money for buying beats, then that's a good present from your mum.
It's so, like, shout out to them. They're so supportive. Like, my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. What were your parents like when you were getting into music? Were they supportive? Or were they like, it's not, YouTube isn't a thing? Did they not take it serious?
They were on the fence. Like, it's like this is a fairly new job. Yeah. And like I'm just like from a middle class family, so we're like, engineers and just regular people jobs. So seeing, and no one or like near my vicinity has like anything to do with like YouTube or acting or music or anything. So when I came to them, it was like kind of eh. But then I told them, just give me a year and we'll see what happens. So after I did the part-time job, I quit. And then from January 2018 to the end of the year, that was going to be like my timeline to test it out. And then luckily, I was prepared enough to get stuff going. And then they've been really supportive of me the rest of the time.
That's good stuff, man. I mean, a year isn't even long to give yourself either when you're like, just give me a year and I've got this. And it actually paid off.
It's pretty long. Like, if you're counting the days, there's plenty of work you can do in a year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I know my parents especially, like, I don't really know what was going through their head when I quit my job, because I had a good job as well. Just one of those like stable jobs, good like promotions, benefits, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
and
nice.
When I quit, they were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what's going on? So, but yeah, I feel like as soon as I started making money from it, that's when they were like, all right, yeah, okay, he's serious. So when did your parents first think, right, okay, yeah, he's serious? Was it when you started making money, or was it?
I'm not sure. They were like always, like during that year when I was just doing my thing, they was always like supportive. Like they were promoting me more than myself, like just like to family members and just random people, like, oh, subscribe to my son's YouTube channel, subscribe to my son.
Way.
Like they've just been supportive the whole time.
Yeah, man, it's good to have people supporting you like that. 100%.
Yeah, I guess
it just motivates you even more, because they're telling everyone about you and they're like, you need to check out Simon's channel. You don't want to flop there, do you? Because parents have told everyone.
That's right.
So when you were starting your YouTube channel, what was like the goal? Were you looking at SEO tools? Were you doing keyword research? Or were you just thinking, right, I just want to create quality content and see what happens?
Quality content is always like, it's always going to be there. So
yeah,
like it's always priority. So I don't even think about it. Like anything I put out is minimum quality content. That's like usually.
Yeah.
So then, what I mostly focused on was SEO and keywords and stuff. I'm not even sure if it works as well today as it did back then, but that's what I was, do you have vidIQ? You know what that is?
Yeah, I've tried vidIQ and TubeBuddy. I've tried them both.
So I started using that when I first started uploading, just like related keywords and blah, 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 stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe a few years ago, well, the algorithm just changes all the time, doesn't it? So maybe at one point they were just focusing on keywords, and like a lot of successful YouTubers now will tell everyone that that's what you need to do because that's what got them to where they are. But because the algorithm changes all the time, that might not work for the same people now. Like the whole game's changed now. I don't know if you'd agree, but I'd say more than anything, it's like the watch time seems to be the most important thing. Average watch time.
What I'm seeing right now, just like videos that are hitting, it's the straightforward. Have you seen this? Like straightforward. I did this. I made a song in 10 minutes, and it's just a simple ass screenshot of the video. It's just like those are the ones that are hitting right now. Oh yeah, I made a beat in this genre, and then they're just mid click, and that's hitting. So that's what's working right now. So I gotta run with that.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think that's what's been working for me sometimes. Like sometimes the keyword stuff works when it's people typing in like how to make a drill beat. Sometimes I'll do stuff like that. But then when I do the ones that are like making a Japanese influenced drill beat, or, you know, just something random. They're the ones that seem to do really well. And that's obviously that's not a specific keyword, because not everyone's searching how to make a Japanese drill beat. You know what I mean? It's not really like a popular search, but I guess, people read it and they're like, fuck, that's different. Let me click on that. And then that's when they start recommending it to other people, I guess.
Yeah.
So when you said you went to uni for music theory, did you complete university? Did you graduate and everything?
Yeah. Initially I took it for biology. Right. And then I failed the first year, and I was like, Mom, Dad, this science shit ain't for me. I gotta do music. It's in my heart. And they're like, okay, fine. So then I switched over to music composition. Yeah. And then I graduated.
But before you did that, because you had piano lessons when you were a kid, but then you still played after. So before you went to uni, did you not have any lessons from that period between being a kid and then going to university?
For piano?
Yeah.
No, after when I did it as a kid, I've never done lessons before. Like, I'm not even that great of a piano player. I'm just competent enough to do what they want. Right, but I can't fly to the bumblebee my ass over to in a concert stage.
Yeah. So when you were in uni though, was it not tricky? Because I'm guessing you were just kind of playing by ear before, and maybe you didn't understand everything to do with theory, but it seems like university level music theory will be kind of tricky to get into.
That was tough. Yeah, it's super tough. Especially it's there's a lot of excess. Pop, let's say modern music is here, they're teaching you what's up here. And I'm like, okay, this is it gets intense. And for me it was needlessly intense. Especially I know later on I'm probably not even gonna use this stuff.
Yeah. It couldn't have harmed you. It definitely would have helped in some way. But do you ever feel like learning music theory and studying it properly, I don't want to say limits you, but in a way limits you, because, when you start making a beat, let's just as a basic example, say you start learning scales, right? So then every time you go on FL Studio, you select a scale and you never go out of the scale. It's sometimes it's okay to go out of the scale. So do you feel like learning music theory that much in depth has ever limited you when it comes to beat making and producing? Does it kind of put you in this theory box where, I'm not allowed to do that, so I'm not going to do it? You know what I mean?
No, it's you have to know the rules before you break them.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, that's kind of how I would think about it. You have to purposefully break the rules purposefully. I know I can't leave. The music theory says I can't leave the scale. That's why I'm going to do it.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I feel like when I first started, because I don't really know much about music theory, but I have had a few piano lessons. But I was the same. I took a few piano lessons a couple of years back, but she was just classically training me. Well, then it helped to learn theory. But then when I'd come home and make a beat, I was like, right, piano teacher said, don't leave the scale, so I'm not going to leave the scale. And it kind of just put me in a little box, if you know what I mean. But I didn't get that far to be like, right, okay, I know all the rules, so I know how to break them. So I'm so slowly getting there.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So when you started the YouTube channel, obviously you were uploading videos, you got to 100K. And then after a while, it seems like the direction or the goals kind of changed, because I feel like your main goal at first was probably building the YouTube channel, selling drum kits, maybe even selling beats. And then you shifted it on towards getting placements, right?
Yeah.
So what was the mindset there? What really made you want to get placements more than to keep focusing on YouTube?
Kind of boredom, I guess.
Right.
I'm not bored making YouTube videos, but I would be if I was going to make the exact same YouTube video every time. So now, just being able to change up my goals and have that revolve around the YouTube, that's just a lot easier for me to stay motivated and keep creating content, just so there's a new place to go every time. Because I don't mind making videos as long as it just doesn't get too damn repetitive.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. I suppose once you've changed that goal, it's that's just a lot of new content to make that you don't have to worry about. Because do you ever struggle to think of content?
No.
Do you ever wake? No, never.
No, I have more ideas than I need.
You never get that feeling where you wake up and like, right, I don't really know what to record today. I suppose you kind of just go with the flow, don't you? See what happens.
Go with the flow, yeah. Like nowadays, like I'm kind of working, because like when I started before, it would be make the idea and then make the video. But now it's just make the idea and then just edit it to make it seem like it was this thing I conceptualized.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you still edit your own videos, or do you have someone doing that for you now?
I edit half. So I've had editors for the last 2 years. So what I do is after I finish filming, I would just take it into Premiere and I do the first cut. So just getting it at the right length, having all the clips at the exact time that I want.
Right.
And then I give it to them, and then they do the memes and the graphics and the transitions and all that stuff.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. 'Cause, I think I actually heard you say that. It might have been the Kyle Beats podcast that you did with Chris Poncelan. I think it was that one. I think you were speaking about it in that one. So when you're doing that, because I've thought about doing that in the past, like, like just doing like a bit of the video and then sending it off. But then I thought, man, by the time it uploads, because I don't know about your internet there, but my internet isn't the best here. So to upload a full video like that, I'm like, shit, that's going to take forever. And then I've got to email it to him, and then I don't know how long he's going to take, and then it comes back.
That's true. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I guess you have to do it for yourself for a little bit then.
For now, yeah. Until I buy some better internet.
Yeah.
Man. So, talk to me a bit about that placement, actually, because that was crazy. I watched the video when you were breaking down the beat and making it. That beat just seems like, man, I wouldn't even have known where to start with that beat. It's like 5 different genres in one. And then it took hours to make that one.
Yeah, that's the most stressful thing I've ever done musically in a while. But how they found me was they just saw my YouTube channel. So like, I think, some of them were just trying to learn how to make music, and then they stumbled across my channel. Yeah. And then they reached out to me and they said they wanted to work with me. So I said, sure. The beat itself was tough because they sent me the demo. Yeah. And the demo was singing and guitar. And like, you don't really understand the vision with just singing and guitar. But then after he sends me that, he just starts typing in this whole damn essay of what he wants. I'm like, wait, so this BPM and this BPM, but it's rock and then it's hip hop. So I'm just like, wait, like, whoa. Like, it's a lot. But, like a lot of Zoom calls later, a lot of texting back and forth just to kind of like hash it out. But eventually it gets done. But they do a lot of the work, like the actual work, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of just like the grunt work guy. Like, they say they want a flute. Okay. Like, that's the hard decision, deciding if they want a flute or not. And then I just have to put down a flute melody. That's the easy, like, I'm just doing the easy part.
Right. Yeah.
But it was just like, a lot of,
it.
like they were just kind of like executive producing me. Oh yeah, just make this part. Yeah. Hit harder, this rhythm. Like, that's because, like, we're just, at the end of the day, then I'm just clicking in notes, and that's super easy for me. So,
I suppose they had the vision in mind, but then you had the musical ability to bring their vision to life in a way.
Yeah, just kind of like picking the right sounds and then the right arrangement and stuff like that. But, like, all the ideas were on their end, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And it seems crazy because when I was watching your videos for you trying to get placements, you were trying so many different ways, and like, all right, shall I make loops? Like, you were having little interviews with people saying, how do I get placements? What technique's going to try? And then after everything, the placement kind of comes to you because they reach out to you and find you through your channel, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, they reached out to me before I actually started the series. Right. And I think that's what, like, maybe let's try the placement thing seriously. Yeah. So that was kind of like in the works the whole time, like while I was interviewing everybody and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. And that's it, 10 million views now? So, shit, that's crazy. And when did that first get uploaded, actually? It's only a couple months, I think.
March.
Was it March? So 10 million.
Oh, it's 4 months, yeah.
Jeez, it's crazy. So were you involved in the music video at all? I suppose you probably couldn't even fly out at that point, could you? They're in the Philippines.
No. Yeah, they're in the Philippines, so.
Oh, right, okay.
No.
Yeah. Do you think you would have if COVID wasn't happening?
I'd be scared too. I don't know how to act in a music video. I'd be hella uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they go hard in the music videos, don't they? Like,
they go way too hard. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to like that stuff.
I'm sure they had a choreographer there, like teaching you all the dance moves. You would have been fine. So, have you worked on anything else with those guys?
I'm doing like their EP. I'm not sure how many songs on the EP, but I'm doing a couple of them.
Oh man, and is every song like is going to be as hard as that first one? Is it like 5 genres?
Oh God, no! It's just one regular song, which is nice.
Yeah, so you probably have like one main one, which is fucking crazy, and then all like normal songs after that.
Yeah, that was like their, I don't know, because they took like a little hiatus, and that was kind of like their first, I don't know, breakout or back song. So then they kind of wanted to make it go crazy.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. So when you were speaking with everyone else and asking them how to get placements, what were some of the methods you used? I know you shared a lot in your videos, but I know you probably tried a few different things, right? Like the DM game, like sending loops out.
Feels like for me, that's going to be like the best bet. Like I just like, I've been making loops the majority of the time. And I feel like I'm still not as aggressive as I should be with it.
Right.
Just because I don't like pestering people. But I'm trying to be like a lot more like, here's like maybe like weekly or every 2 weeks. Here's some loops. If I'm talking to you, here's some loops. Like I don't even do like if I'm DMing anybody, here's the loop.
Yeah, of course. I guess sometimes you just have to swallow your pride, don't you, and just be that guy that's DMing people. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Because if you think about producers that there's some producers that literally just spend all day in studios with artists, or they spend all day chasing placements. They might not have a YouTube channel. And those producers, a lot of the time, are looking for loops because most of the time their goal is to make as many beats as possible so they can send as many beats as possible out. So they're actually looking for loops. So why not just give them what they want?
Yeah, from like what I heard, from those guys, they can't get enough loops.
Yeah.
Like they'll take as many as you can give them, especially like if it's the vibe they're looking for. Yeah, they'll take all of them because each of those is just another chance to get it with the artist. Because if the artist doesn't like this one, it might be this one or the next one. And there just might be like slight deviations from those. But yeah, if they want loops, like they'll take as many as you got.
Yeah, 100%. Because you might not have the time. Well, you probably don't have the time to sit around on Instagram like all day DMing artists and DMing managers, getting comfortable with the photographers, like, the whole like networking game of trying to get in touch with artists. Like, so only so many people can do that, and it depends how much time you've got on your hands. But when you're focusing on YouTube as well and like making tutorials and everything else, then there's only so many hours in the day. So yeah, I guess loops is probably the best bet right now.
It's tough.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, like my networking game that's like by far my weakest little aspect when it comes to music. It's just something I never thought about was so important until now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm trying to step that up and hopefully like try and get in touch with actual just like straight up artists.
Yeah.
Instead. Yeah.
The good thing about you though is if you were reaching out to these artists, you've got something to bring to the table, because a lot of the time these artists might get like thousands of DMs like every day from producers saying, bro, can I send you beats? But I know it shouldn't matter, but when you're looking through your message requests or your messages, when you see someone and they're like, oh, 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers, let me check out this guy. It definitely adds something. So you've got an audience there like ready to bring to the table. So you'd think that most artists that you reach out to would respond and be like, yeah, let me hear this guy out. He must have some fire loops because he's got this following, he's got an audience. Like, what's he about? Have you not really tried it, just the DMing game, like DMing artists straight away?
No, it feels weird. You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of like DMing somebody and then getting left on red. And then like just because you can only send a first DM once. And for some reason, like I get a lot of anxiety sending like the first DM.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to hit me back like one day and then they go to my page and then they click on message and they just see a wall of me just like replying to the stories and being like, hey, can I send you beats? Hey, can I send you beats? Hey, can I send you beats? Like I don't want to come off like super thirsty like that. Like I'd rather like them come to me, which is
an ideal
which
world.
Is not happening anytime soon. Yeah, but
you just have to click unsend. Go on the message, click unsend if they don't respond in like 24 hours.
I think they still see that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. You could be
You'll
right.
take backsies? You crazy?
Love to test it. I'll send you one in a minute.
Okay, yeah, I'll bet.
See what happens. So before I actually got you on the podcast, had you seen any of my videos?
I've seen a couple. Yeah, you remind me of like Prod by Jack, actually. I always confuse you.
Really?
Like it's the thumbnails. It's not the actual like. Well, maybe yeah, the way you talk, but it's the thumbnails that get
accents.
me. Yeah, the British accents.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I've seen a couple of your videos. Like, yeah, there's just like some super dope, like YouTube guys that are just kind of popping up in my feed nowadays, which is nice.
Yeah, there's a lot these days, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
What for like new people that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel? Where do you think they should start? Like, say for example, I don't know, you're pretty good at making beats. They're looking at Simon Servida and they're like, I want to be this guy. I want his audience. Where do you think they should start? Like, okay, what's the first step?
It's like from what I'm seeing, like where the lanes are. There's like the lane that you're kind of doing, where it's I guess we can call it like the type beat tutorial lane, where it's like how to make this beat for this artist, or like this genre, this thing. It's really like thumbnails are super professional. They have the FL Studio piano in the background, the logo, and it looks all like cool and crisp. And then the other side, I'm seeing it like the personality beat making YouTubers. So those were like, I made a fucking beat with donkeys, like Donkey Kong's like sound effect, and they're doing this in the thumbnail. So you can do that route. That seems like the two routes that are open right now.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to like get into something. But what's the question? I
was saying just for new producers that wanted to get into being a YouTuber or just, doing like tutorials. I was saying like, what's the first step for them? But I think you're right. It's just about like finding your lane, isn't it? Deciding what kind of character you are. Have you got the personality to be that outspoken guy, or do you just have fire beats and you can show people how to make a Pop Smoke type beat, for example?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are, you can find success in both of those, or just go for a completely new lane entirely. I'm curious to see like if how far we can push the boundary of beat making, beat making content in general.
Yeah, because you can. I mean, there's so many random videos now. You can turn anything into a beat. You could be like, I made a ham sandwich and made a beat from the ham, and you could just slap the ham on your mic and make a beat out of it. You could do so many random things. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes, definitely. Do you have you got any ideas for where your channel's going to go or where you want it to go? Are you happy with the way it is? Obviously, it's sick the way it is, but a lot of people, when they start channels and they've got channels, they keep wanting the next thing, don't they? Or they want to advance. Yeah. Do you know where yours wants to be?
Yeah, when I started the road to placement, it kind of like gave me an idea to just do my YouTube channel in arcs, like how an anime would be. So like right now is the placement arc, and then once I'm satisfied with that, I think I might go into like artist arc, and then that's like me trying to get on like Rap Caviar, and then instead of interviewing producers, I'll interview artists and managers, and then now there's a new goal, and then after that maybe it's road to scoring a fucking film, and then that's gonna be a new goal, and then just kind of we'll just keep jumping in between like random things I want to do.
Yeah, that would be cool. Do you think you'd do more of like, I suppose it is vloggy in a way, but do you think you'd go more into like a vlog style video, like the Kyle Beats style and like Ocean's videos, where it's more like the day in the life of Simon Servida?
I was thinking about it. My life's so bland, man. My life is so boring. I wake up, I might work out in the basement, and then I go here and I cook up. I go back home for dinner. I go back here, and then the day's over. Maybe Rocket League at nighttime. That's it. There's really nothing you can vlog about that'll be interesting there.
I suppose so, but then if you think about like Kyle Beats, for example, all he does is get up, have a coffee, go for a run, come back home and make a beat. So it's kind of similar, but he does it in an interesting way.
He does do it in an interesting way. Yeah, I don't think I have that. I don't have that vlog. I don't have that thing in my brain that can make like just having coffee interesting. Like for me, it's like it's just coffee.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've tried it in the past. I've tried to do more of like a vlog style video. I think when I went to Ocean Studio in London, I tried to vlog the full thing. And man, I was so shit at vlogging. For one, I always fuck up my words, so I'd be like in public, kind of nervous, pulling out my camera. I'd say something, then I'd mumble my words, and I've got to redo it. So I spent like the whole weekend like vlogging everything, and when I got back, because stupid me didn't really know how to work a camera properly, like everything was just bright. You know, because you get the perfect settings in your home setup, and then as soon as I stepped outside and tried to film everything out there, it's like, fuck, man, like the ISO was too high, like everything was out of focus, so I can't use any of this. It's terrible.
Damn. Oh, that sucks. You're like, if I have something interesting to do, I can vlog pretty well. Like I did one when I made this studio. I thought that vlogged as well. I did another one when I was filming the Pro Level Beats commercials, because like I was just kind of like going around around Toronto and just like filming everywhere. So I thought that was fun. But if it's just day in the life, that's just too bland for. I'm just too bland for that.
Speaking about the course, the Pro Level Beats, did you have someone make that commercial for you, or did you do that yourself?
No, that was me. That's all me.
That's crazy. That was sick.
But I got my friends to help me film it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Where did you learn to even edit videos? Was that just YouTube as well?
That was just like another hobby of mine that I kind of had. I think starting high school. Like I would, anytime if my family went on vacation, I'd make like a little vacation vlog. And then editing, like editing and video making, just like creating in general was always really fun for me. And that's kind of like making a video and making a beat. Like there is some kind of similar creative process going on. So I always liked doing that. And then YouTube in case like I didn't know how to do something specific.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's definitely similarities. I feel like anyone that can use FL Studio and make a beat can definitely learn how to use Adobe Premiere or whatever it is you use to edit videos. Little things like automation, like they've got like a similar thing in. Do you use Adobe Premiere or something else?
Premiere.
Yeah. So when you're doing like, I don't know, even if you're like zooming in on a picture over time, it's just like automation, isn't it? You just have one point here, then another point. Yeah, exactly. Keyframes. So there's definitely similarities. What about people that want to start a channel, but they're like, oh man, I don't have the right equipment. I don't really know where to start. I don't have a good microphone. Because I know I don't know if you still do, but for a long time, you just used your phone, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think for a year and a half. It was a while. Yeah, like I just got a new camera kind of like maybe a year ago. It's been pretty recent, but yeah, I was using my phone for a while in a reverby ass basement. You can hear like all the damn reflections in that thing. Yeah, it took me a while, but yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, of course. I've used you as an example in a few different podcasts because I do get that question a lot from producers. Like they say they want to start a channel, but they don't have a camera, they don't have this, but they're using a phone to watch YouTube and they're using a phone to, do everything else, which probably has a sick camera on it. So I always just use you as an example, and I'm like, go to Simon's early videos because he was just using a phone, and you built 100,000 subscribers using a phone. So I feel like equipment can't really be an excuse for some people anyway.
It can't be bad. It just has to be good enough. Like, I use my phone, but because the phone was good enough. Like, if I filmed on a webcam and I end up looking like a potato, like just one pixel of a potato, then that's not going to work. If the audio was just distorted and crackly completely, that's a different story. Like, it has to be just good enough. If you can, see it and understand it, that's good enough.
Yeah, or just good enough even until the point where you can afford to upgrade. Like start with what you've got, and then when the time's right, once you've got money, you've saved up some birthday money, whatever it is, then maybe invest at that point. Yeah, but it shouldn't be something that holds you back.
Like the niche we're in, like our face and our microphone, that's like the last thing people care about. We're talking about FL Studio, like, and aren't we not just like this little corner on the screen right here anyway? Like it doesn't matter as long as whatever you show on the FL is fire, it's gonna be okay.
Everyone just wants to see what contact banks you're using.
Exactly.
Man, so how about, I don't know if it's just me missing it, but I haven't seen you put out many like videos where it's actually you rapping recently. Or maybe I've just missed the ones that you have put out. So are you still recording as an artist? Are you still putting out a lot of music as an artist?
Not at the moment. Like, the placement stuff is kind of taking up a lot of my time. I do a lot of writing and recording still, just like work on my vocal mixing and, just, writing as practice, but it's all practice. So like if I have a road to placement episode, I might just like spit 4 bars or something in there, but it'll never be released like as anything on Spotify right now. But there's just a lot of just random ideas for hooks and melodies just kind of just sitting on my computer
in the
right
rep
now.
Still.
Yeah, pretty much.
I suppose if you don't write or you don't record or do anything, if you then decide in like 6 months' time that you want to start it again, you might feel a bit like, I don't know, just not fresh. You might need to start warming up again. You know what I mean? But if you're writing all the time, it's like, yeah, you're not going to lose it that way.
It's fun too. Like sometimes if I make a beat, I just can't help myself. Like there's just like so many melodies that just start running through your head. Like you have to kind of you have to get it out of your system or else you're going to explode.
Yeah, of course. So what's kind of holding you back from putting them out? Is it just the timing thing? You don't really have the time to start promoting everything and finishing everything?
It's like, because like all the beats and loops I'm making are just straight up for placement stuff. So I feel like if I release a song with it, it's like one less that can be toward a placement. And I'm not, and that is the priority right now instead of like my own stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking like after the placement stuff is done, I'll just go full on artist mode myself and then just release whatever I feel like.
Right. Yeah. Or you could wait until you get a big placement and then you say, I just need to make a couple changes to the beat and then just add another verse and record on it.
Just a little feature.
Yeah. Just slide the features in like that.
Wait, I got to put in my tag and it's just like a little 16 bar verse.
Yeah. It's like, no, that's in every beat, I promise.
No, it's a tag, I'm serious.
Have you got anyone in mind, like any dream placements that you'd want?
Yeah, a lot. Like too many to count, but off the top of my head, Anderson .Paak, Giveon, Jack Harlow, Corday. There's so many. Oh my goodness, there's way too many. Vince Staples.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Obviously Drake and like those guys and stuff. There's so many.
Yeah. I mean, even like Toronto's still got a big music scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't like maybe because of the lockdown. Like I'm not really sure what's going on there because like I'm not technically in Toronto. Like I'm a bit north of there.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I'm not sure like what the scene is looking like over there right now.
Yeah, I mean they definitely got their own sound in a way, don't they? There is some Toronto sound. I don't really know how to explain it, but it seems like Toronto artists just have this sound.
I never understood what people meant by that. I don't hear the sound.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Well, who's a Toronto artist? Obviously Drake, like Nav's from Toronto,
about
isn't he?
Like 40, like that 40 OVO sound?
Yeah,
that just seems like a 40 OVO sound. Like I never thought of it as just Toronto sound.
I suppose so, yeah. But maybe to everyone else, it's just like, yeah, that's Toronto sound. But own it, man. You gotta own it. What have you noticed from any other like Toronto artists? Like, are people getting into drill over there, or are they kind of switching anything up, or are you just not really tapped into the artists over there?
I'm not tapped in. I hope people are doing drill over there. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm always like I'm just so used to UK drill, so anytime like I hear drill without a UK accent, it just seems off to me now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I have to get used to like hearing it with like a different voice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's like worldwide now, isn't it? It's definitely banging in New York. It's real popular in New York.
Yeah.
Obviously after Pop Smoke and everything, but yeah, man, I'm hearing drill artists from all over the place. Like French drill artists, Italian drill artists, like everywhere. It's cool to hear all the different sounds though. But I know you make a lot of genres, don't you? Do you feel like there's one genre in particular that you make more than the others? Because it feels like you make something different in every video.
Right now, I think it's probably R&B.
R&B.
Yeah, R&B is my favorite at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm making loops, and like for me, those are a lot more fun to make than like a trap loop or a drill loop, because like those get pretty simple.
Yeah.
And then I feel like R&B just offers a lot more complexity. Like it's just more freedom to do that stuff.
Yeah, I suppose you can flex your musician muscles a bit more with R&B, right?
Yeah, it's more fun.
There's like drill. There's like just a couple of chords that work together. It's just like
Yeah.
two different chords.
Like for me,
that's it.
For me, when I'm making drill, it's the drums that are the fun part. Like the loop part is like, okay, like let's just get the simple little riff out. But then that's when the drums is when you have fun. But nowadays I'm mostly making loops, so
right.
R&B is going to be the fun part.
Fun part.
Yeah.
What are some of the go-to VSTs that you've been using for R&B?
R&B, I'm using one-shots a lot now. Like almost, it's one-shots and a lot of just like processing. So VSTs wise, it's not much on the instrument side. It's more on the effect side. So effects. Output, Portal, Thermal are super good.
Right. Yeah. I haven't
little
tried
Alter
Thermal.
Boy.
I've got Portal, but is Thermal any good?
Ooh, Thermal is.
I'm missing out.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, you're missing out.
Shit, I need to try it.
It's insane.
I want to try. They've got one. I think it's called Output Reverse or Rev or something. Have you tried that one?
That's a sound. That's an instrument. Yeah, it's not a thing. I'm sure it's
cool reverse effects.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fire. But
yeah,
I do a lot of just kind of like audio manipulation a lot too now. Just like reversing and pitching loops and automating like the pitch and stuff. I find that really fun.
Yeah,
and
then it's like it's easier to do with one shots as well, isn't it?
Yeah, or just like exporting like all the MIDI into audio and then just working with that is really fun. Just like running halftime after you bring it up an octave and some little alter boy and some EQ and just kind of like going crazy with just audio is really fun to me right now.
Yeah. And with one shots too, you can like slide the notes, can't you? Which you can't do in a lot of VSTs. You know, like you do with 808s.
Yeah. There's some like stock FL plugins that you can still slide with, but yeah, it's the third-party ones that you can't, unless you like set the VST like that.
Yeah, I think there's some ways to do it, but it's not as simple as just click on one note and then slide and then that's it. Yeah. So what's next for Simon Servida then? Like, what's happening 6 months from now, maybe?
6 months from now. So the SB19 EP, I don't know when that's coming out. I'm assuming it's going to be 6 months from now. Capital Drum Kit 4, I'm starting to work on that now as well. So that's going to be maybe July or August. Other than that, hope I get another placement. That'd be nice. I really can't say that stuff for sure though, because I don't have anything lined up like that. Yeah, but just continuing to making stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Not much.
Keep putting out content, keep chasing placements, and see where it takes you.
Yeah. Oh,
Hopefully.
Yeah, wait, I'm going to get damn artists and this damn producers in the studio 6 months from now.
I was just thinking
that, God, I'm so excited.
Have they said when lockdown's going to be lifted? Have they got a plan, like a date?
They said Friday.
Oh, it's supposed to be this Friday?
Right. Like, it's like, you can eat at a restaurant. I'm going to wait until I get my second poke.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you going to, when you've got artists in the studio, is that going to be part of your YouTube content? Has to be, right?
That's like, oh my gosh, the videos are going to be so much better.
Yeah.
I was thinking of getting like a little security camera that I can put like at the corner of my, corner of the ceiling, just kind of have like a aerial top down just to kind of like have a little B camera you can always point to. Yeah, so excited for that.
That'd be crazy. So have you got some artists in mind that are going to come? Is it just local artists or?
Probably like local, people I've met from, like networking events and Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And just like people I've known throughout.
Yeah.
You, if you want, if you're ever coming.
Man, I'm there. Hopefully, man, I don't know. I think I'm due to get my jab soon as well. I think I should be. I don't know if it's the same over there, but they send out a text to everyone when you're allowed to go and get your first jab. And they're doing it in age ranges. And my age range is like next. So I should be getting a jab within the next few weeks. Don't know when the second one will be. And hopefully I can just fly after that because I don't know about you, but being at home or just being in the studio for so long has just made me want to, I don't know, I just want to live life a little bit. I want to see some new shit. I want to go to some new countries, get inspiration from different areas because there's only so much inspiration you can get inside your room.
So, it's getting, I'm getting pent up in here.
Yeah. Have you got any plans for where you want to go? Let's say, boom, you've had your jabs, lockdown's lifted, holiday time. Where are you going?
I don't know. Maybe LA again, just for like a work thing. If it was like a vacation thing, maybe somewhere in Asia.
Right. Is that the last place you went? Because I remember, I don't know how long ago this was, but I remember you, it's just a random memory, but you posted on YouTube one time saying you were going away for a while, then you went on holiday. And did you have videos scheduled for when you were away? Or did you just kind of leave it?
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's a while ago.
I'd hope so. I hope Pat Simon is that damn considerate. I'm not sure though.
Because I've been thinking about that because I don't know how far in advance you do your videos, but I literally film and edit the day before. So like in today's video, I filmed and edited it yesterday. But then I'm like, shit, what if I want to go on holiday for 2 weeks? I'm going to have to like create so much content before I go away. Because 2 weeks is like, I don't know, I upload, 2 videos a week? So yeah, 4 extra videos that I need to make. Shouldn't be that hard to do actually. But yeah, I was like, I'm so like shook of just leaving my YouTube channel and missing a day of uploading because I've been so consistent with it. So that's why I was wondering if you left yours or if you had videos scheduled.
Probably just left it. I'm super inconsistent about it right now. I'm probably going to take another break soon to finish up like my drum kit. Yeah. Because I can't, it's hard to like keep like, it's hard to juggle like stuff like that. Like I'd rather just, relax off YouTube and just go hard on the drum kit until it's done.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you not have a set schedule for YouTube uploads now?
No.
Or is it just...
No.
He's just relaxed. He's just like, yeah, when I feel like making one, I'm going to put one out.
Like it's, I never like purposely make one anymore. Like I'm just, I just make music and I just film myself. And then it'll be like, okay, I'll make a video from June, like footage from June 3rd to June 6th. That'll be one video.
Yeah.
All right. And then, that'll be a video. June 6th to June 8th, that'll be another video.
Yeah.
Like it's never...
I suppose you've built up an audience that allows you to do that. Like you probably didn't do that at the start when you first started the YouTube channel. You probably were thinking, I'll just upload one when I'm doing something good.
Yeah, when I started, like I was doing like the similar thing to what you were doing. I think I was doing three videos a week.
Right.
And I was like, sit down, make a video, edit it, put it out. Like really simple like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But now that you've got that core audience there, it's like you could wait 2 weeks, but as soon as you upload a video, everyone's going to be like, yes, Simon's back. I'm ready. so it's a nice position to be in, definitely. All right, man. Well, I know we've been through a lot. I don't want to keep you too long because you've probably got a ton of stuff to do today if you're working on that drum kit. I know how long that can be to make those kits.
Oh,
so
killer.
Man, I appreciate you taking the time out of the day to come on the podcast, man. It's been really sick speaking to you. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one. So, yeah, man, we'll keep in touch. And thank you once again. Well, just let everyone know where they can find you if they don't have you already.
YouTube, Servida Music. Instagram, Simon Servida Music. Yeah, that's everything. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks for having me.